Hey there, future teacher, and welcome to this ricatest.com test prep lesson. We're going to be talking all about vocabulary, academic language, background knowledge, specifically about the role of reading development. We're going to skip over this study guide video, move straight to a quiz that's going to allow you to check your understanding of these concepts, which comes all from competency number 10 in your reading Rica exam. So without further ado, I'm going to click Start Exam. We've got 10 questions, 10 minutes. I'll read the question and I'll give you some time to select and read the correct, to read the answer options A, B, C, and D, and then make your selection. Try to do your best to identify the correct solution, and then we'll talk about it together. So question number 1 here reads, what is the primary role of vocabulary in reading development? Pause the video if you need, or go ahead and take a second here to read the answer options. All right, so primary role in learning and kind of exposing students to vocabulary for our reading instruction. We can recall that vocabulary, it actually plays a critical role in our young learners' reading development. It enables them to learn to read with rapid word recognition as well as comprehension, which is both essential for improving their reading fluency and understanding that which they read, which is called reading comprehension. The best answer I see here comes from option B, to enable rapid and word recognition and comprehension. Let's move on to question number 2. This one reads, how does academic language differ from everyday language? So when taking your Rica test, or when I was preparing for my Rica test, I remember reading what's the difference between academic language versus classroom language, and this question caters just to that. So go ahead, select the correct response. Remember that academic language, it includes more complex words and structures compared to kind of the everyday language of how we normally talk to each other. And this is specifically used, the academic language is specifically used in educational settings. You can think about social studies and science textbooks specifically. So here, what I see is option C, includes more complex words and structures. Moving on to question number 3, this one reads, why is background knowledge important for reading comprehension? Go ahead, read answer options A through D, select the most appropriate response, and then we'll find that answer together. So recall that background knowledge, it enables our students to make connections with the text and helps them enhance their understanding of comprehension for the reading materials that we're giving them. For that reason, option A is going to be the one that I'm going to choose. Moving on to number 4, this question reads, what effect does the Matthews effect describe in the context of vocabulary development? This is an important phrase, Matthew effect, for your upcoming Rica exam. In case it's been a while, recall that the Matthew effect states that the children who start with a strong vocabulary tend to achieve greater academic success over time. This originally came from the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, but essentially what it means in whatever context you're talking about, the gap continues to widen. So essentially also kind of the smart get smarter. And the people who are struggling, they continue to struggle further along in school. And that's why we need to cater to all of our students' needs. The best answer here is option A, higher vocabulary leads to greater academic success over time. Moving on to question number 5, this reads, what is the main benefit of learning technical academic language? So technical academic language, it helps enhance our students' ability to understand and learn concepts that are kind of focused on a particular discipline. You can think of science or social studies. And here we go. Option B reads that. So going on to question number 6, which strategy is effective for developing a student's academic vocabulary? So here we've been talking about academic vocabulary. Now, which instructional strategy is best for it? I like option C, teaching words across different subjects and contexts. This helps our students develop a kind of more robust vocabulary set, and it's going to be applicable for their different academic disciplines. Again, we've talked about social studies and science. It's going to be really helpful for them. We've got 5 more minutes, and we're on question 7. You're doing great. If you appreciate this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to make passing your upcoming Rica test super simple, and you're going to get access to all of our study materials in one place. We've got Rica Test flashcards, everything you need to pass for subtest 1, subtest 2, as well as subtest 3. Then just click the link in the description below or visit us at teacher@ricatest.com. Here we go. Question number 7. And this one reads, what role does non-technical academic language play in a student's education? Letter D, it facilitates the performance of common school takes. All right, moving on to question number 8. Why is incremental vocabulary learning important? That would be because option D, let's see here. Okay, right here. It encourages studying of definitions to further solidify learning. All right, moving on to question number 9. Let's go. What criteria should teachers use to select words for vocabulary instruction? All right, let's see here. I kind of skipped through this really quick. Number 8, why is incremental learning? I actually think it's right here. It allows for gradual understanding. This was in my head as I clicked the next button, but I wanted to go back. Did you get option B too? If so, please give this video a thumbs up. Let's go to question number 9. What criteria should teachers use to select words for vocabulary instruction? This is a really important question, and I remember receiving something like this on my Rica test. Basically, it's asking, as a teacher, there's all of these vocabulary terms that students need to learn. How do we choose which ones to teach first? The answer here is that we need to select words for vocabulary instruction for our students based off their frequency of use, meaning how many times, or the more times the students see them, the more important it is for them to be able to read them, as well as the utility of the texts. So here we have option D, frequency of use, utility, and students' prior knowledge. Let's move on to our last question here. We still have over 2 minutes and plenty of time. Question 10 reads, how does the complexity of text impact vocabulary learning? Take a moment here to read the options and select which you think is the best one. All right, so complex text. We're talking here about learning vocabulary. Remember that students need more exposure to sophisticated vocabulary from all different types of text structures, whether that might be poetry or nonfiction stories and fiction stories, or fiction stories and nonfiction literature text, or science textbooks. And this is going to be really important for the students' success in improving their vocabulary. For that reason, option C looks best to me. Let's click the submit button, see how we did. 10 out of 10. Great job with this vocabulary, academic language, and background knowledge quiz. Make sure that you get access to all of the materials in one place so that you make passing your upcoming Rica test simple. Again, click that link in the description below or visit us at teacher@ricatest.com. Thanks so much for watching.